All right, my friends, welcome back. Thank you for standing by. Hopefully, I am rested and recovered enough. Hopefully, Dr. Franken is buried behind me enough that I can proceed forward and do well. That's a pretty scary looking graveyard right there. Mausen says, "Yeah, it's the BRB screen." Jelly, of course, drew that for me, and I had her populate it with various games that we have conquered on the stream. Different games that I would not want to see return from the grave. Some of them kind of general, just standing in for sort of a franchise. But those are sort of some of the greatest hits of the things that have been a nightmare to beat. E.T. is dead. I'm glad E.T. is behind us. In January, Trauma Turtle, we did a marathon of every ET game I could find, which was about 5 or 6 of them, 6 or 7 of them. I don't remember exactly. There's the 2600, the Atari 2600 game. There's 3 games on the Game Boy Color. There's one on the Game Boy Advance, and there's one on the PlayStation. So I guess 5 games. They're nightmarish. Did you beat the Atari 2600 one? I did, and it took. That's a game. The Atari 2600 ET game has like a 5-minute gameplay loop, and it took me like 12 hours to beat it. Oh, not in one sitting. Not in one sitting. I played it on several different streams, but that game's really hard. All right, let's jump in. Let's start swinging our whip. So I'm gonna do my best to avoid the items. I'm not gonna be super picky. If I accidentally run into an item or something like that, we're not gonna hit reset or anything like that. We may at some point when I'm better at this run, but for right now, I'm still practicing and learning to do this, so there's no need to be super heavy with the reset button at this point. Just my best honest effort to avoid any of the sort of items or sub-weapons is what I'm going to make. I've had a couple runs that I've done pretty well. I think I've made it to death twice on a single life. I know I've made it to stage 5 twice on a single life. I don't remember if both of those attempts made it all the way to death. I've actually made it to stage 6 on a single credit. Right, we not only made it to death, but beat him before the game over screen occurred. Once. I did that once. But, yeah, like I said, I still don't have a very viable strategy for approaching death. I feel like you need a death practice session before you do a run, Buddhafinger says. Well, I mean, I'm gonna still take the run as serious as I can. Okay, great respect for that, for beating Atari 26 ET. It's pretty hard. It's pretty tough. I'm not super great at games, but I have beaten a few hard ones. Mostly just through persistence. That's my one gaming superpower is I'm very persistent. which is good because it means I can make it through a lot of games without giving up. The bad side to that is that it is like the negative side to my persistence is my stubbornness. Because I'm very, very unwilling to ever seek out or accept any help when I'm stuck. I like to, like, if I get stuck in a game, like I'll spend a few hours sometimes making no progress with no idea of what to do, but just stubbornly persisting. Shadowgate 64 was a particularly rough experience on this stream because of my refusal to ever look anything up or ask for any help. I picked up an item, ripped the run. It's okay. That's the strat I used for the CBA any percent world record. Always go on until the run is truly confirmed dead. Yeah. Yeah, you never know, even when things look bad. So see, if I were more well-practiced at this, and in a position to be like, you know, any run could be a deathless run, and like where I thought I could legitimately be successful at any moment, then I would hit reset now because I picked up an item, and I don't want to pick up any of the items on my whip only run. I just think that's kind of ugly. But you know, right now we're laid back. You have a document of which games you beat and stuff like that. We do. I have a list in the Discord. It's only up to date, I think, through July of this year. I think it's up to date through part of the way through August. If you use Discord, I can send you an invite to our Discord after the stream. But there's a list in there, and it's not very searchable, unfortunately. It's just a chronological list of everything that we've beaten, and the challenges are listed in there too. Or if you look on YouTube, there's an Agent Frownie YouTube channel. And every time I beat a game, I post a video called a victory reel. That's basically just the boss fights, like a highlight thing of all the boss fights from the game, or sometimes just the last boss. It depends. I'm not very consistent, but the playlist of victory reels, that's badly out of date though. That's pretty badly out of date. I think I'm only caught up through mid-May with my YouTube stuff. There are two channels on there. There's one that's a VOD archive, and one that's a highlights channel. And they're both roughly up to date with each other, which means they're both terribly far behind. Rip. That's sad. It's alright. This is the warm-up run anyway. I never knew that was there. I just discovered a new meat. I've gotten a 1cc in Castlevania a handful of times. You know, using items. I've gotten a deathless run one time. Just imagine the recipe for the soul of a broken man, and that's pretty much the list Budafinger says. I wish I had any defense against that description. Every now and then you'll see me discover new things about this game. So one of the features of the way I do challenges is I don't do any research or watch playthroughs of any games that I want to do challenges for. I work on everything with just my own strats and my own ability to figure stuff out as much as I can. I don't use I don't typically know a lot of speedrunner tricks and stuff like that because I don't like to learn them. I'm doing so bad. I need to just calm down and be patient. I'm gonna lose another life because I keep jumping into everything. Why deathless? What's your motivation to not die? I would assume that would be self-explanatory. But no, that's just you need to set goals. Yeah, I think that's a good goal to be able to beat a game without losing a life. I think is a fine goal for sort of a casual player like me. Chasing the clock and time as a goal is just not something that's I don't know, it's just not as interesting to me. I guess I'm just never in a hurry. Exactly what definition of casual do you think you fit? I don't know, Budafingers. I mean, I'm certainly not expert. Most authentic casual. Hardcore casual, there we go. No! Oh, disgusting stopwatch. If I hadn't retroactively declared this a warm-up run, I would be so annoyed right now. Maybe try hard over easy. Ouch. You're right, undeserved. I like to do, I like to play, I like to play tough games and to do them well. And I think, beating a game without dying is a pretty fair definition of doing well at it. And I like figuring out how to overcome these challenges on my own and do things, in my own way. I'm fiercely independent. Oh, I'm doing real bad. Come on. This Frankenstein fight is not this hard. Frankenstein's getting revenge on me because I didn't like his game. Items not allowed to be... Yeah, so the idea would be I wouldn't pick up any items. If an item appears, like I open a candle or something, or an item falls out of an enemy, that's fine, as long as I don't pick it up. Then that's okay. And the whip upgrades are okay as well. But like the invincibility, the rosary, or any of the sub-weapons, it's okay if they appear, but I can't grab them. Hearts are okay, whip power-ups are okay, and yeah. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not being too strict right now. I'm not gonna reset if I make a mistake. I'm just going to try not to make any mistakes, and if I do, it's just like, oh well, we're just practicing, so. We'll be stricter about the rules a little bit later on. Yeah. If I didn't get the whip upgrades, it would basically be low percent. But I might do that. I might do that if I can do it with just the if I can do it like this first. You definitely deserve a higher accolade than casual for your efforts, Buddhafinger says. Well, thank you. Stressful casual. I certainly stress myself out. It's not always challenge runs exactly. Frownie will absolutely 100% a game to death if it has a progress bar. Sometimes, yeah, if you know, I don't always go for 100% in games, but if it gives you progress feedback in a meaningful way, then I'm usually really tempted to. You know, like if every level has like a X out of Y like collectible counter or something like that, then I'm strongly motivated to fill those kind of things up. I'm less interested, like in games where like it doesn't give you feedback while you're playing. It's just like you beat the game and then it tells you a percentage, but there's no way to check it while you're playing. I'm less motivated to 100% those kind of games. So yeah, so what Buddhafinger said, if you have a progress bar, then yeah, that really motivates me. I know I don't spend a whole lot of time down there. And I'm right back down here. Whoa, that was... I got really well, something bad happened, but then something good happened right afterwards, so I can't be that annoyed. And then I died. Oh. Oh, you need a meaningful progress all of a sudden. I see, Masson says. I do. Well, I do, but I don't need a story to make it meaningful, Masson. I just need feedback. Don't expect consistent answers out of me. I am an irrational, illogical human being. I play games the way that makes me happiest. And it makes me happy to suffer and ignore the story. maybe retro achievements could be interesting for some games then. Yeah, so that's something I think I could like. The thing is, though, I play on original hardware, so I don't have any way of getting those sort of things checked off. We were so close. Pop them up manually? Can you do that? I don't really know how it works. You just make up your own achievements like I do for CVA. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I do with my challenge runs, right? Just, you know, I set little goals for how I want to, like, a little set of rules to make the game more, to make the game more challenging and to interact with it in a different way. And, then I just try my best to do it. And, you know, it might not necessarily be something that a way that a lot of other people are, you know, playing a game, but that's alright. I'm more than happy to compete with myself. Simply getting all the world records for everything. Oh yeah, easy achievement. You should really think about challenging yourself with something difficult, Mazin. I think making up your own challenges is actually how good games from back then were intended. I'd say you embrace additional challenges even if you have to invent them. Again, there are sometimes, you know, like we played Pikmin 2, right? And to get perfect scores on all the challenges in the challenge mode of Pikmin 2, you have to defeat every one of them without having a single Pikmin die. And, like, you know, that's something that, like, I probably could do, but I'm just not really interested in it. Like, I was happy just to complete those. I didn't feel like I needed a wall of perfects for that. But all the treasures in the main game? Well, I mean, we had to get all the treasures. I couldn't easily do that, by the way. To defeat all the challenges without losing a Pikmin, I don't think I could easily do that by any means. I think it would be terribly hard for some of them. But I'm pretty sure I could do it because I did make it through like about a quarter of them with the perfect score. So, I mean, I don't know. It depends on the challenge, but I do usually go out of my way to take on lots of unnecessary challenges. Must be off. Can't stay up late tonight, Buddhafinger says. Thank you for being here and keeping me company, Buddhafingers. Enjoy the rest of your night. Same also goes for the motivation of the game. It's not just done when it's over. You can do it again in another way. Yeah. It's not like the challenges are boring. It's always exciting when you pull one off. Unfortunately, I just don't pull them off very often. There's a lot of empty time in between the victories. Yuck. I should have been more defensive. That's always my biggest problem, I think, with the death fight, is I'm never as defensive as I should be. Oh, he fired again too quick. I hate when he does that. Old games are less hand-holding and direct, as opposed to nowadays, where there's arrows on every block. I did, Mazin. I was kind of secretly hoping you might be able to stop by when we were playing Splatoon sometime, but that you might just surprise us. But all I've done, so in Splatoon 3, I've played a little bit of the story mode. I think I completed everything on the first little island in the story mode. And I'm about halfway done with the second little island. And I've played a few hours of Turf War. That's all I've done in Splatoon 3 so far, though, is only story mode and Turf War. But I had fun with it. Like, it's, you know, it seems to me like, you know, it's kind of like more Splatoon 2. And, you know, I had fun with Splatoon 2. I didn't play it a whole lot, but I had fun with it when I did. I'm a very casual fan of Splatoon. I don't really have a weapon loadout that I like yet. I don't have one where I like the primary weapon and the sub weapon and the special equally. I usually like one of them a lot, and then one of them is okay, and one of them I think is terrible. I played a little bit of Splatoon 2, but really all I did in Splatoon 2 was Turf War. And, there's another game mode in Splatoon 2 that's not open all the time. I don't remember. It's like a 4-player co-op mode. I played a little bit of that mode too, but I don't remember it very well. Salmon Run, yeah. I played a little bit of that, but mostly I just do Turf War. Hardcore casual in Splatoon myself. I don't know. You know a lot more about, like, the mechanics and the tricks to Splatoon than I'm ever going to bother to learn. Zombie fish mode. Yeah, I imagine there's a salmon run in Splatoon 3 too, right? But I haven't checked it out. That was, you know, not as close as before, but pretty close there for a while. Nick the Tech Dude, welcome in. Happy, Thursday to you. I suppose it's probably Thursday for most people by now. I hope you're doing well, and I'm just, struggling through some, Castlevania. Trying to get better at the, trying to get better at using the whip. With mixed results. But having a pretty good time. Having a pretty good time regardless. Death is a monster. Death is just... without the holy water cheese. It's a whole different battle. How do you like Splatoon overall? Does it give you anything? Well, I don't know. Like, I don't have the, I can't say I have the deep spiritual connection that you have to Splatoon, Mazin. I enjoy Splatoon at a pretty surface level, I would say. It's just kind of fun to, It's kind of fun to just go into a match and try and do your best. I just try not to be the worst player on my team. And I just sort of take it at face value, though. But it's fun. I like the I love the mechanic and the general style of the game. It's got a fun aesthetic. And the sort of deep connection between your weapon and your traversal. Really clever. It takes a bit of immersion until you start to understand the monumental effort they put into it and what it means to our real world. So yeah, I hear you hint at these things sometimes, but yeah, I don't know. The game is not unlocked for me in the same way. No, I picked up a invincibility thing. I'm the greatest fraud who ever lived. Nothing is really directly told in Splatoon. Everything is all but explained, however the clues are plenty everywhere. Just love indirect storytelling. I'm really into that, as you might have figured out from watching my stuff. Yes, I like hearing the way that you sort of break down and think about things too. That's why I'm hoping someday you'll do a series on Splatoon. You can, or you can sort of decode its mysteries for dummies like me. Death. Oh, this death fight. It's just one of these things that, like, when I'm fighting death, every other part of the game I can kind of manage, but when I battle death, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do to get good at this. This looks so hard. Yeah, the death battle in particular is wicked hard. So I've beaten the game like this. We're trying to do it just only the whip. I am getting the whip power-ups, and I am using the meat, but I'm trying not to use any of the sub-weapons or any of the, like, invincibility or screen clear weapons. You know, just so it's not quite low percent, but it's close to it. Kind of. But I've beaten it like this a couple times already, and the idea is I kind of want to practice it and eventually be kind of good at it so that I can consistently do it in one credit, and maybe even beat the whole game like this in one life. That was a horrible attempt. What a waste of a life. I was not in the zone for that hallway in the slightest. Lately, I'm trying to rethink my content and all, Mazin says. Maybe move more into random opinion-based videos and such. So that the workload for accuracy isn't nearly as high for the stuff I did so far regarding Splatoon, I mean. I mean, I don't know what's best for your channel, but, you know, I know that I'm probably more interested in that type of content than, like, your really technical videos. But that's because your technical videos are, like, about sort of like tricks and mechanics of Splatoon. And I'm just not a big enough fan or a good enough player to benefit from those sort of technical knowledge. But I'm a very, very small part of your audience. Oh, but yeah, this is the hardest segment of the game by far. I've made it up to this point, like up to the death battle. I've made it there in a single life a couple times. It's really just this death battle is the only part that's really hopelessly difficult for me. The rest of the game, I mean, there's challenging parts to the whole game, but the rest of the game, like, I'm fairly confident that if I get lucky, I can, and I'm really, like, in the zone, I can get through them all. The death battle is the only part where it's like, I just don't know what I'm doing, and I'm still working to figure it out. And once I get better at this, I'll I think I'll have it made. And I'm fairly confident it can be done. It's just, you know, it's going to take a while. Oh, it's going so good. Don't let it go bad. Focus. No, it's going to go bad. It got me. My two key thoughts for how to deal with death, I'm not very good at obeying these sort of principles, but what I think is going to help me out is I don't want to go down into the lower corners any more than absolutely necessary. Going down there, it almost always spells big trouble for me. I mean, sometimes it can't really be helped, but if I can think about it, if I have a choice not to go down there, I need to not go down there. And also, I need to spend more time focusing on his... I need to spend most of my attention focused on his scythes, and only really bother attacking him when it's super convenient. And, on an intellectual level, I think that those two principles would help me out a lot. But on a practical level, when those scythes start flying around, I just get panicked. And when I see Death sitting somewhere, I get greedy. And I go for him more than I should. Strategically jumping to lure his scythes to a particular part of the screen may also be something worth exploring, but the thing is, jumping during the battle in general is super risky. Thanks for the feedback before I forget. No worries. No worries, Mazen. Sometimes it feels like I have no audience, so never mind about being a minority. Well, you've certainly got people that appreciate your stuff, but I get you. It can be a real struggle and a grind. I'm not super happy with the condition of my health, but it's never productive to give up hope. Oh no, this is bad. Go, go, go. Nice, alright. Great, we're gonna beat the game. probably not on this life, but if we make it to Dracula, then we're golden. But see there, it's stage 6. That's a scary stage, and I made it through in one life. Not counting Dracula. Dracula 1 is fine. The Dracula 2 is Dracula 2 is a whole other story. I basically require extra hits, which I don't have any right now, to get through Dracula 2. Though I've got to tank a couple hits to defeat him. With my current knowledge set, anyway. Oh, I got lucky. I actually made a mistake there, but I still got really lucky. So I always need to defeat Phase 1 Dracula when he's standing in a corner, so that I can maximize the time before I have to run into the Cookie Monster. And I actually forgot to pay attention to Dracula's health bar, and I got lucky, and he was just in the corner when I needed him to be. I didn't mean to pick that up. Just a little out of reach. My current strategy for Dracula 2 is the entirety of my strategy is try to make him spawn in one of the edges of the room and try to stay really close to him to prevent him from spitting fireballs at me. He's got to go over there eventually. That'll do. Someday I'll learn how to pass under him without taking a hit, and that will really change this fight. Uh-oh. I'm dead. Sometimes he does a really high up in the air jump, and there may be a way to manipulate him into doing that, but I haven't discovered it yet. I got the tiny whip this time. And again, like, the way I do challenges, like, I never do any research, and I I ave watching other playthroughs, and I don't seek any outside help. So like, while I have, you know, sometimes I have suspicions about there being better ways to do things. I limit myself to only the things that I can come up with through my own sort of first-hand research. I guess first-hand research is a bad term. First-hand experimentation. Ooh, backward jump. Will you go to a side? Oh no, I jumped way too early and I missed the hit. Terrible. Terrible. I think we're in trouble. Let me see if I don't hit him at all. Let's try that again. Will he do a big jump? That's how you make him do a big jump. You just don't hit him. Except I did it wrong. Hey, we might have a complete strategy now. Unless that was just a fluke. Unless he just did that twice to deceive me. Oh no. Oh, that's fine. Hang on. Well, probably the... Oh, nope. I was too far away from him. No. I really thought I might actually defeat him without taking a hit for a moment. He's gonna land on me, I think. Oh, he didn't. I thought when he bounced off the wall, he was gonna... I mean, sometimes he does the high jump just to do it, but... Alright, well, nice! Okay, cool. Victory. That was good. That was an ugly run. I died 100,000 times, but we beat the game, and I learned something new about the Cookie Monster. So, that, I mean, that's exciting. There are a lot of times I beat the game without learning anything at all. I never knew you could control Dracula. Yeah, for the Cookie Monster, if you stand real close to him, he won't fire his fireballs. So you can manipulate his fireballs just by being real close to him. I figured that out a little while ago, and yeah, you can get him to do the high jump by if you just don't hit him. I don't know how long the window has to be where you don't hit him, but it seems like that's how that works. So that's kind of cool. It's fun to discover things. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Here's the thing though. I'm gonna hit the reset button, and here's the thing. Will our next attempt be any better? All right. My music is falling out of sync. When I hit reset, my audio desynced. It's you guys probably don't hear it. It's a problem with OBS, not on my side, but it doesn't. I don't think it carries across the stream. It usually doesn't anyway. It's fine. There aren't any instances where I rely on sound cues in the game, so it doesn't matter that the game is out of sync. But it is just mildly annoying. It's always great when you get to the wall meat and you still have full health. It's always nice when you can collect the wall meat because you want to and not because you have to. There are two NES games that I really like that both have like kind of stiff controls with fixed jump arcs, and they're this and Ghosts and Goblins. Right, they're both similar in a lot of ways. Sort of really challenging platformers with a very fixed jump arc, stiff controls, A little slow. The enemies really outclass you and can move around a lot better. And you know, like that bat boss, not terribly dissimilar from the Red Devil who swoops at you in Ghosts and Goblins. I mean, they have a lot of differences too. Ghosts and Goblins is a lot more like, this game is a lot more tightly designed than Ghosts and Goblins. Ghosts and Goblins is a lot rougher than this game. But that's alright, I still love it. But a key difference in your players is Arthur can while his jump arc is fixed, he can turn around in midair. So you can jump away from an enemy, yet still turn to fire at them. And Simon can't do that. And that's when you go back and forth between the games, like, that's one thing. It's like the fade away jump shot is like the most powerful move in Arthur's arsenal. And because the games feel a little similar, like, no, rip the run, it's invalid now. Anyway, I want to pull that same technique over into this game, and it simply can't be done. Two classics, Cat Collod says, I like your taste, my friend. Oh, I'm making mistakes everywhere. I'm picking up rosaries. I'm picking up crosses. But look at this. I get another wall meat on another meal on a full stomach. No, I was about to say this run is the category for this run is Castlevania Gluttony %. The only rule is that you have to pick up every wall meat, and every time you do, you have to already be at full health. As hard as this game is, for a lot of the game, if you can do really well at the levels, the bosses become pushovers. As long as you can maintain most of your health all the way to the boss, you can usually just wail on them and tank hits. Little game called Let the Bats Come to Me. When do you think Konami will bring the next new Castlevania game finally? I don't know, Mazin. Do we even want that? Because what's it gonna be like? Gonna be full of microtransactions? Pay-to-win Castlevania with impossible progression, unless you're willing to open your wallet. heard rumors. I did hear a rumor that they are supposed to be working on a Castlevania 5. I didn't hear anything about it other than someone told me that they heard. But the thing is, even if they did make a Castlevania 5 and it was a platformer, they would probably follow Castlevania 4 as a model. And I don't like Castlevania 4 as much personally. But you know, that seems to be most people's favorite. So they'd probably follow that. I really love Konami's old games, but I just don't have a lot of faith in Konami as a company to make things that I'll enjoy anymore. If I see the name Konami on an old product, I'm super excited. If I see it on anything new, I'm like, eh. What theme would you give it if you were Konami? Like what characters, what story, what gameplay? I'm not sure, Mazin. I'd probably, what I'd want them to do is make another. I like them to do what Capcom did with Mega Man 9. Make another 8-bit Castlevania game. Rip the run. You know what I want? Alright, you know what I want? I'd want Castlevania Bloodlines 2. You know what? You could even make it 16-bit. When it rains, it pours. That bat had my number. That bat dropped an invincibility. See, with situations like that, you can't help. That's why I'm not strict about items dropping in this game. Like in Contra, when we do a no items run in Contra, the rule is that I'm not allowed to let an item spawn, but that's because in Contra the item spawns are controlled. They only happen from specific capsules and crates. But in this, items just drop randomly, so if I had that rule in effect, the whole run would be RNG. and impossible RNG. Like once in a million years. Could you get a run where nothing of value drops? Although I'm doing pretty good getting only hearts right here. Welcome back, Shino. Or the story for Bloodlines 2B, who would be the characters? I don't know, I'd have to think about it, Mazin. I don't know the timeline well enough either. I'd have two playable characters, Mazin. I would bring back John Morris from Bloodlines, and I'd team him up with Shinoa from Order of Ecclesia. I guess you know what game I would want to make then, right? Should be obvious. Castlevania The Adventure 2. I saw something. Someone was working on a fan game. It was supposed to be an 8-bit Castlevania set in the year 1999. It's supposed to be the story of the final battle between the last Belmont and Dracula. And I mean, that's a cool idea. I think an 8-bit Castlevania set in 1999 sounds amazing. Castlevania 3, of course, since Belmont's Revenge is already Castlevania 2. I didn't know if you'd just retcon that one away. I say just keep the story simple, though. Alright, you know me and story. One day, Simon received a letter. Dear Simon, Dracula has returned. Please go defeat him. You can find his castle to the right. Simon grabbed his whip and headed out from home. ... Oh, I'm sorry, I said who? John Morris? John Morris grabbed his whip and headed out from home. Also, Shinoa was there. I look forward to receiving your phone call, Konami. Yuck. We're keeping pace with each other. It's not the worst fight ever, but it's definitely not good. And it can very quickly do terribly for me. This is pretty bad. He's ahead of me now. I just don't need to be down here. See what I said? Going down there is just death. I mean, I guess the boss is death, but... you get it. Castlevania The Adventure Bloodlines 2. Did you ever play the 8-bit Bloodstained games, Mazin? Or did you ever play Bloodstained? I don't remember. Probably you wouldn't play Bloodstained because you don't like Metroidvanias, right? But did you play the 8-bit games? Horrible, horrible attempt. Just everything. Indescribably bad. I can do better than that. Curse of the Moon was so good. Is that the so I don't remember which game is called which thing. Is Curse of the Moon the main game? The Metroidvania one? Or was that the 8-bit one? I mean, there are two 8-bit ones, right? I don't remember which subtitle belongs to which game. I liked Bloodstained, though. I haven't played the 8-bit games. I've only played the main one. And I liked it. I don't like Metroidvanias all that much either. For the most part, but you know, I still had fun with it. I don't dislike them. I prefer more simplistic, sort of straightforward classic platformers. I don't like you know, I don't really like experience and leveling systems and stuff like that. But I had fun with the game. It was a pretty good time. The only thing about it is that it's a lot like Order of Ecclesia, and I liked it because it was like that game. But I also disliked it because I like that one because I like Ecclesia better. So it felt like a lot of it felt kind of like I was playing a worse version of a game that I really like. Some things they did better, but but it did feel really similar. Played both of the Curse of the Moon games. They're pretty good. Only enough to hold me over until the real Castlevania collection arrived on Switch. Curse of the Moon was 8-bit. All right. And there's a second one. Thank you. Yeah, sorry. Ritual of the Night is the Metroidvania. There we go. Yeah. Sorry, I can't keep them straight in my brain. Not as into the second one, but you highly recommend the first one. I think I have the first one downloaded. I've never played it yet, though. Maybe I'll try and schedule it to treat myself sometime soonish. It'd probably be a good thing to pair up with Dark Souls some night. I can get pulverized in 8 bits and then get pulverized in full 3D. Second game was too overloaded. Rip the 1cc. Goodness, the devil fight. The death fight is just so brutal. You never know though. You never know when I'm gonna learn something, because I mean, maybe there is a secret that I can figure out. I never thought I'd figure out so many secrets about the Cookie Monster, and look at us now. We know all of his tricks. So if Death has any tricks, I will discover them. He can't keep his secrets from me forever. The worst feature about the way that I approach challenges, just if anyone doesn't know, the worst feature about the way I do things is that I play on actual machines instead of emulation, and so I don't have features like save states and rewind. So if there's a part, like if there's a game like this where there's only one part of it I really want to practice, well, it's too bad for me. I have to play the whole game to practice the one part. That's the worst drawback of the way that I like to play things. I just make a save state right outside Death's room and then fight him 100 times in a row. I'd probably get better at it a lot faster, but we'd have a lot less fun, right? I also need to play Holy Diver at some point. While I'm thinking about, games that are like Castlevania games. And I think there's a Frankenstein game on the NES that's supposed to be like a Castlevania clone. But I've heard it's pretty terrible. I mean, I've heard bad things about Holy Diver too. But since when has a game being bad stopped me from playing it? Oh, no. I don't actually own... Oh, no. I picked up Invincibility. I wasn't looking. I don't actually own Holy Diver yet. I do have a Famicom, though, so I might be able to order a... Japanese copy of it. Or I may wait at some point. At some point, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get flash carts for my consoles. It's just they're kind of pricey, so it's gonna be a while before I get around to, you know, shelling out the dough. But and I may just do it like that. But I would like to be, oh, yeah, yeah. I would, well, I mean, more than anything, I would like a flash cart because I'd like to be able to try out, like, homebrew games and randomizers. But it'll also, you know, give me access to some things that are just prohibitively expensive for the stream. There's some great NES homebrew stuff. Yeah, yeah. I'd like to do that. Like to look into those kind of things. I don't really know a whole lot about, you know, about what's out there. Since I've never really been set up for playing it, but it's something I'm excited to explore. I did horrible that time. That's like the worst I've ever fought against death. Oh. I'm fading, my friends. I'm getting sleepy. This is not good for the this is not good for the forces of good. Dracula's greatest ally is not death, it's drowsiness. No! I was gonna get there with full health. That one rogue Medusa had to come in from the wrong side of the screen. Please. I just want to beat death. I just want to beat death so I could practice what I learned about the Cookie Monster against him again. Here's how far my sound is desynced. Like, the button press, from the button press to the sound effect, it's like, press, sound. Press, sound. That's a pretty big delay. Again, I don't need sound cues for anything, so it doesn't matter, but, you know. I would be playing just as badly, even if it weren't desynced. Nope. I hate being down here. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. How many times do you think I'm going to have to do this before I can get good at it? Like, if I could just beat him, like, 1 out of every 3 attempts. If I had a 30% success rate, you know, I would be just over the moon excited. Oh, that was bad. No, I picked up another gross, disgusting item. And I took a hit, but... Oh yeah, I forgot they can do that. No, that was what I wanted, but I, there we go. Well, we made it to Dracula. We're gonna have him defeated in no time. Alright, here we go. I don't even care. I don't even care I have a tiny whip. We're gonna do this. It's good low percent practice. Oh no. Well, it's okay. I don't know why he jumped big. I didn't hit him. I knew he was gonna land on me. That's one of the troubles, is yeah, if he gets near the edge of the screen, then... It's so great that he can be manipulated to such a tremendous degree. I fear no part of this game except death. Death is the only part of this game I'm afraid of. And I'm so afraid of him. I got really lucky one time, and I got past death on a single credit, but I didn't know half of what I know about the Dracula fight at that point, so it all immediately went to waste. But I think that's going to be it, my friends. We just hit the 7-hour mark. It's been a pretty good time. We finished Dr. Franken 2 tonight. I learned a lot about how to fight death in Castlevania. So even though the runs weren't pretty, and success is a long ways off yet, it is closer than it was when we started the night. So I think we'll finish things up. Thank you very much for being here. I've really enjoyed your company. It's good to see so many of you. Had a lot of people, here to chat with me tonight, and those are always the best nights. So thank you for that, my friends. We'll head out on a raid. Let me see who's live, and what they're up to, so we decide who to visit. Good show, Frownie. See you whenever our time zones align next time. Right on, Mazen. Hopefully I'll be able to catch you on YouTube as well. I haven't been on there as a viewer much at all, so I haven't been able to drop in for any of your stuff, unfortunately. But I look forward to catching you live. Maybe I'll even be able to catch part of the CVA. Maybe I'll even be able to catch some of your CVA stream if I don't sleep too much. That would be nice. All right, I'm gonna send us in the direction of Spacies. Spacies is playing Stardew Valley, which actually isn't something I've played, but it's something I think I would like. Spacies is a really friendly guy, and he used to work for Sega in Australia. I believe as part of the info hotline, the tip hotline, when you needed to call in for help for someone to get you through a video game. He was one of the people that would pick up on the other end. So his connection to retro games goes way back. So you can ask him. Lots of stuff, and I'm sure he's got stories about the industry to share. He stops in here every now and then, keeps us company. He's a really friendly guy. So we'll keep him company tonight. Yeah, Stardew Valley, I haven't played it yet. I don't think it's something I have to worry about being spoiled too much. For me, though. Since I have played a lot of games like it. And it'll be a good way to just unwind and relax after the brutality that is fighting death with only a whip. But yeah, so tomorrow night, my friends, first part of the stream, I don't know what we're going to do for the first part of the stream. We might do another Castlevania run at the very beginning of the stream. But the main event for tomorrow night's going to be Dark Souls. So we'll start on that a couple hours into the stream. So something at the top, some sort of mystery thing, maybe including a Castlevania run, and then more progress, hopefully, in Dark Souls. We had a really good night on Tuesday. That's a really super strictly blind playthrough, so it's very amateurish and very, at times, amusing, if you want to tune in for that. So starting up around 10:30 p.m. Central Time, the stream in general, and Dark Souls a few hours later. But thank you for being here, my friends. I hope I get to enjoy your company again very soon. That's all I've got for tonight. It's time to head out, so let's go on an adventure.